Elon Musk. On Thursday, a SpaceX Starship rocket exploded just minutes into its test flight. The FAA temporarily stopped air traffic around Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach. It is the second consecutive Starship test flight from Elon Musk's company to end with destruction.
All I could think about was, oh, I can't sing.
No, please don't. That's good. That's good. We got it.
Why did they let him put this rocket up in the air after they were still investigating the last explosion?
Well, see, this is the thing. And that's probably why it exploded. My suggestion for Elon, his response to all of this was rockets are hard. And Mr. Musk, if they're so hard, why don't you go back to your day job and work that out? And leave those of us who do government to do government, because you can't do both. And clearly you're failing right now at both. Your rockets are blowing up and the government's blowing up. So
come on now, this is not a Tesla factory. This is the United States government.
Well, we've seen the Teslas on fire too. So.
Well, we have actually. I think this is the plan, maybe, to tear it all up. That's what
I think the brother needs to do some work at home.
Ooh, well, y'all,
your roof is leaking.
That does it for the weekend.
These people are singing over Elon Musk's SpaceX Starship blowing up. What is wrong with them? Elon represents the best that humanity has to offer. He is putting into orbit things that never could have been imagined. He is going to lower the cost of shipping freight all across the world with Starship. It's going to have magnificent deflationary effects for humanity. It's going to lead to greater productivity. The cost of shipping goods is going to decrease exponentially, the same way that he made getting anything into space 90% cheaper. Yet they are applauding and singing for what they call a blow-up, a defeat for the man who previously was their poster child, creating green energy cars. He was revolutionizing the auto industry, getting us off of big oil, taking a dent out of the hydrocarbons being used and the CO2 going into the atmosphere. And now, because he's realized that they are against free speech and human freedom, and they want to control us using the manipulative forces of our own tax dollars, going to fund left-wing NGOs as they did when Biden was leaving. They said that they threw the gold off of the Titanic.
A couple months ago, there was this video that came out of a Biden EPA political appointee talking about how they were tossing gold bars off the Titanic. Says it multiple times in the video, rushing to get billions of dollars out the door before Inauguration Day. Well, members of Congress were really concerned about that. So as I'm going through the confirmation process, they said, if confirmed, will you commit to making this a top priority to find those gold bars? Came in, I was just confirmed a couple weeks ago. We found them. They were at a bank parked just outside of government. $20 billion was sent there, and a little oversight. 8 entities would be receiving all $20 billion. And they would be distributing all of these funds with
and into the left-wing NGOs as they suppressed your right to speak out on Twitter, your right to express yourself about COVID, about virtually anything that defied the government orthodoxy, about January 6th. To me, it is absolutely insane that they are against this man. But what are they, little zombies, doing? They're NPCs that do as instructed, or perhaps paid for by Act Blue. They are destroying Teslas. They are protesting Tesla dealerships by knocking out windows, by lighting superchargers on fire. They don't care about the toxicity that they're releasing into the atmosphere for people to breathe by doing this. They don't care that they're destroying other people's hard work because they've been told that Elon is an evil person. Why? Because he's going in there and he's investigating the waste, fraud, and abuse that has been going on under all of these administrations. And now we're finally taking an axe to it. Now we're trying to put an end to it. But of course, there's a reaction from the parasites who are funneling your money into their pockets, into what they believe is important, into their left-wing propaganda, into transgender operas in Peru's transgender comic books, DEI in Serbia, $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq. Sorry, couldn't that be money be better spent on homeless veterans, on super low-cost housing, to maybe trying to rehabilitate drug users? I think so. Do you? But this is where they're spending your tax dollars and then saying we need more of it. Elon Musk is saying, no, we're $36 trillion in the hole. And with an ever increasing deficit, it's now or never, and we need to cut. And these parasites are clamoring and finding ways to shut Elon Musk down. They are going out there and putting out the propaganda that I just played for you on MSNBC that is, of course, affecting the way that people view Elon Musk. Rather than being a hero, he's a loser who's blowing up starships and affecting people's travel. And they're happy about it. Leave the governing to us because we know what we're doing. No, these are the marks of people that are losers, that want to take down those who they see as succeeding more than them, at producing more than them. These are people that have never produced anything in their own miserable lives and thus say, we earned these places of worship on MSDNC. We are, of course, propagandists, but Elon Musk does not agree with our political motives. He is impeding us from throwing the dark curtain of our progressive values upon the planet, and therefore he must be taken down. And they are doing so and giving people the ability to go out there and destroy Tesla dealerships because of the tacit and overt also propaganda against him. He is a bad person. Therefore, you are a righteous individual by acting out against him. And this is all planned.
Can you just actually tell us what Tesla takedown is? Or
Yeah,
it's not takedown Tesla, it's Tesla takedown.
Tesla takedown. Yeah, there's a web, and it essentially is a map where anybody in the world can put an action up for targeting Tesla. And so I've been involved in that campaign, and in particular, planning actions in the Seattle area targeting Tesla.
In Tesla takedown, there's a spirit out there, which had already, as we saw with Luigi Mangione, there's a spirit which is very anti-corporate, very anti-billionaire, very anti sort of elite. And Tesla takedown is also tapping into some of that spirit as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would say it's just what I've noticed being involved in organizing in the Seattle area for some time, especially after the election and the inauguration. People were like, what do? We don't want to just waste our energy protesting for the sake of protesting. And I think as it became clear that Elon Musk was taking on this outsized role at the federal level, totally, I would say, criminal role nationally, we're like, oh, wait, like we can target Elon here because his company, the source of the majority of his wealth, has numerous locations in the Seattle area, and ultimately money talks. And we've planned, whether it was troublemakers or partners that we've been working with over the last few weeks, have planned multiple actions at Tesla.
This was the same thing that they did with BLM. They could have turned those protests/riots off, but it didn't serve their interests in terms of getting Donald Trump out of office. So this is a very similar pattern that we are seeing where they're sending out their NPCs, their non-player characters, to help destroy that which somebody took the time to build. I'm a Tesla investor. I love Tesla. I had a Tesla for 1 year when we were living in the United States, and it was the best car that I've ever driven. The best. Go out there and buy one and you won't be disappointed. I mean, it was in 2018 and it was absolutely an incredible ride. And I'm not a car guy, but the acceleration, everything about it was just fan-frickin-tastic. And yet they think that they're righteous in going out there and destroying the property that was created by somebody's imagination, hard work, and investment. And they think that they're doing good. No, what they're doing is destroying the idea of merit in the United States, the idea that we are going to lash out at those who are better than us in their minds. These are the people that gain some significance by going out and performing these horrific actions, a sense of community, a sense of significance again. And it's all being sponsored by Democrat organizations. They're evil. They know what they're doing. And they're doing so intentionally. And I for one, won't stand for it. And I urge every single one of you to speak out against these horrific actions that are being undertaken in the name of the parasites who don't want their government contracts, their easy money to stop flowing to them. Because in the end, that is what it's about, to follow the money, to follow the ideology where we, the taxpayer, are being forced to finance our own downfall from our businesses because these left-wing parasites have gained control of the government coffers. And that also goes for the military-industrial complex. That, of course, is a huge proponent of keeping the war going in Ukraine. For what reason? Because they are getting wealthier. The worst thing that you can do, the most unpopular thing you can do, the most dangerous thing you can do as a political leader in the United States is to stop a war, because it strangles the flow of money that is going to everybody. Your money. Why do you think that the Ukrainian oligarchs, who benefit so greatly from the war, that they are able to steal and pilfer the dollars that we are sending over there, where they are caught crossing borders in Europe with millions of dollars in their suitcases? Where do you think they get that money? It's from the U.S. taxpayer. It's from us. That's why they are against a lasting peace. They benefit from war. And Elon is trying to cut the waste, fraud, and abuse from the federal government. And these people desire to stop them. And thus, they engage their non-player characters, their little minions, to go out there and do damage to his company, letting him know that there are going to be repercussions, putting a target on his back, and then crowing about it on network television when Starship blows up, singing from the heavens as if it's manna when a good person who's trying to save America because he's ideologically against you fails. These are people that I want nothing to do with. I want to be around people that grow, create, and take action, rather than those who revel in the downfall of others.